Today I picked a quote from one of my pastor's sermons a while ago, but it has always been on my mind and I thought I'd share it with you. God knows sometimes we have to work through the struggle. Sometimes we have to wrestle to have a change of heart so we can live into something new. And I'm going to break it down into 3 different parts. In the first part, I'd like to break down to God knows sometimes we have to work through the struggle. And this means to me, even as a college student, I've struggled from time to time, and college is very stressful because working part-time and balancing everything else in your life is very stressful, and you struggle from time to time, and God knows that we're struggling, but He says keep on doing what you have to do because the light is going to be there at the end of the tunnel, and that no matter what, no matter how big the struggle is everyone goes through their life, there's always hope in the end, even if we don't think so. We may go through the struggle for days, weeks, months, years, but eventually that struggle lets up because we still have faith in ourselves and there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And that it's okay to struggle and it's part of life. But you can't give up on yourself even when you're struggling, no matter how little the struggle is, no matter how big the struggle is. You just cannot give up on yourself. And that's what I have to tell myself daily. You cannot give up on yourself because you're accomplishing your dreams. You're doing really good. Even if you don't think you're doing good and you think you're struggling really bad, you're still doing really good, even if you don't believe it. Second part is sometimes we have to wrestle to have a change of heart. And that means to me is there's this quote on you grow through what you go through. And sometimes we have to wrestle to have a change of heart. We have to wrestle with the ups and downs in life. We have to wrestle with the good days that sometimes those bring us bad days, but bad days eventually more good days. And we have to wrestle with ourselves mentally and maybe even physically, more mentally, to tell ourselves that we need to have a stronger mentality to get through the struggle and have wrestling with the change of heart. And wrestling with the change of heart, meaning that we have to wrestle within ourselves to become a better, newer, almost better person than we were yesterday. And we want to improve ourselves daily, no matter what, no matter how tough life gets. We need to wrestle to have this big change because big changes are coming, and sometimes we lose hope in ourselves. And that's part of our lives. Well, it's the society we live in nowadays. We see all the stuff going on around the world, the chaos, and we start losing hope because it's just we think it's never going to end. And we don't think there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but we have to wrestle to have a change of heart within ourselves so we can have a change of heart with everyone else and spread more kindness and joy and love into the world. Lastly, so we can live into something new that goes along with others. You have to push yourself through the big struggle, and you have to change yourself if you want to live into a brand new life, whether it's full of riches and luxury lifestyle, or you get that dream job that you've been working your butt off in college for, and you just have to live into something new. Living into something new is different from yesterday. Say you had a struggle yesterday or weeks before, and you've been waiting for this hope. You have to tell yourself mentality and tell your heart that there's good coming. There's a lot of good in the world, don't get me wrong, but there's also a lot of chaos, and we struggle from time to time because we just see the chaos happening nonstop, and that's how our world works. Chaos, but there's good in the world. There's a lot of good people in this world, and we just got to choose to be a good person in this world. So So again, God knows sometimes we have to work through the struggle. Sometimes we have to wrestle to have a change of heart so we can live into something new. It's weird to do something based off a sermon, but the sermon stuck to my mind so much, and I've rewritten it so many times in journals and all over, and I've shared it with friends, and it's so comforting to know that there's someone out there looking for you. Even if we don't think so, you might not believe so, but somewhere out there in the world, or even your family or friends, there's someone constantly looking out for you. And no matter big the struggle, no matter how many times you have to wrestle, have a change of heart so we can live into something new, changes are coming. And you just have to believe that within yourself, because God knows. Even if you don't believe, there's someone out there that knows that the changes are coming so we can live into something new and a beautiful life. Thank you.